Bill Maher can go to hell. Let's start that way. I saw the video of Real Time with Bill Maher on last Friday, in which he had a confrontation with Professor Cornel West, Harvard professor Cornel West. And in this conversation, it's problematic. I won't play the clip because it takes too long for him to get to his point. And with HBO and with all these other major corporations, they will shut our streams down live. So I can't play the clip for you. And I shouldn't play the clip because the clip actually triggered me. And I mean that in the literal sense of the word. I don't mean that in I felt emotional. I felt a sense of rage come over me like I haven't felt in a long time, because it's something about seeing a overly privileged, self-admitted drug dealer, self-admitted cokehead, self-admitted loser point his finger in the face of an Ivy League professor. And not only that he has his finger in the man's face, but the fact that he used black bodies, slain black bodies, for cheap political points. It triggered a visceral reaction in me that had I seen Bill Maher in person, I would have felt the same way that the, I can't think of the guy's name, the actor, the guy of Let's Make a Deal, Wayne Brady. I would have felt exactly like Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady said it best. He said, if I ever see Bill Maher in person, I'd beat his ass. That's how this video made me feel. So it's best that I don't play it for you, because you need that trigger warning first. But he takes an entire 60 seconds to set up an argument. And he used Terrence Crutcher, the black man who was just killed, and we just last week, Betty Jo Shelby got acquitted for the murder. He used the body of Trayvon Martin. He used the bodies of all of these people black people who had been killed by white men or police officers. He used that not to have a conversation about the problem with police violence, not to have a conversation about the problem of white supremacy in America, but he used dead black bodies to make a cheap political point about how Donald Trump doesn't care about it and Hillary Clinton does. This is, according to theroot.com, they had a brilliant article on it. This is white liberalism in high definition. This is the condescension. This is the smug nature of white liberalism when it pays no attention to the harm and the real pain that marginalized communities experience and feel every single day. And for them, it's not about the issue, it's about how they can politicize that issue for their own good. And this was the opening salvo in a 6-minute clip where he went from mentioning all of these and he even started Bill Maher even started the conversation about how these are issues that are important to you, Cornel West. No. If you're really an ally, which I never consider Bill Maher to be, but if you are a real ally, these are not issues that should be important to us as a black community. These are issues that should be important to every single one of us. But he used that opening salvo just as a means of setting this up, and then he transitioned into this lecturing, this visceral lecturing of someone who he cannot stand, an intellectual giant against which he cannot stand a chance. But again, this shows you that at a fundamental nature, unless people are willing to confront their own implicit biases, unless people are willing to pay attention to the fact that this issue isn't important to them, but yes, this is an issue that should be important to them. And this is bigger than just parading us on the stage. This is bigger than just parading our issues out there when it's convenient to you. This is bigger than just parading the mothers of the movement out on stage just so that you can show that they support Hillary Clinton. This is not about politics, Bill. This is about the real lives that have been lost at the hands of the police. And I'm sorry if you're too simplistic to understand that. But the reality of it is you're not qualified to be a representative, not even of neoliberalism. I give neoliberalism a little more credit than I would give you. And then for you to wave your hands and I've got my issues with Cornel West. I've got my issues with Cornel West, but it has absolutely nothing to do Nothing to do with the fact that you would speak to him in this condescending tone as though you are an equal, an intellectual equal, and you're not even worthy to shine that man's shoes. But again, let me stop because like I said at the beginning, his smug, condescending, privileged position in life helped him make the argument that it would be better for America if we got rid of Donald Trump and got with Mike Pence. And if we got with Mike Pence, he uses this phrase that's just disturbing. He says, Mike Pence is within the acceptable realm of atrocious, of problematic, to paraphrase him. And to me, I have to ask the question, what gives you the right to dictate that when you are not a part of a marginalized community that will be targeted by Mike Pence? You don't have to fight for LGBTQ rights. You don't have to fight for women's rights. You don't have to fight for rights for the people of color. All you have to do is sit back and collect your millions of dollars of years to make jokes about Mike Pence, while the rest of us have to fight tooth and nail just to maintain the little progress that we've gained in America over the last 50 years. I've got nothing else to say. Let's go.
The Benjamin Dixon Show is only possible with listener support. Go to www.thebenjamindixonshow.com to register for our blog, join the Progressive Army, and support The Benjamin Dixon Show. It's Ben Dixon! If you like this episode, be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Consider becoming a Patreon. Go to www.patreon.com/The BPD Show and support The Benjamin Dixon Show.